Is there really anything better than immersing yourself in football all afternoon on a Saturday, and we continue with this one. It's the San Jose State Spartans and the Rice Owls. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to Holly Rowe with the latest on the weather.
Guys, it is a wild scene here down on the field. The home coach has told me pregame he knows that there's a lot of excitement for this home game, but most importantly, the weather is clear. We were wondering how the forecast would shake out, and it is calm and beautiful. Should be an impactful game here with great weather, great opportunities, and a fast surface. Guys, back to you.
All right, Holly. So San Jose State's kicker approaches the football, and the 2026 season is underway. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Brown wants to pass. Right side, it's Lane. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. And the Owls, right after the huge play through the air, back to the line. Motion from the back. One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2. It seems so inviting to try to get the ball outside, but this defense is so fast, you just end up running sideways.
And when you don't have any misdirection or something else to look at before you pitch that ball on the perimeter, a lot of times those guys can play even faster. They can see it right now. Those safeties fly up, those corners fly up, outside backers fly up, and get in the play immediately.
And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down.
And man, those sting, man. The 3rd down, the money down, your guys got to come through. You had a good play called, receiver there to make a play. He's just got to catch the football. Those hurt on any down, but especially 3rd down.
Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. The run inside. It's Bates. Pushes forward for 3 out to the 13. The Spartans are in the hurry-up.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Left side is Ivy. Brought down at the 20. It's a first down as this offense tries to get something going from deep in its own territory.
And on the slant route, I love the location of the throw by the quarterback. He's not making it difficult on his receiver. He's putting the football out in front, hitting his receiver right in the face mask and making it easy for him.
Looking to pass. It's Weaver. Moving out to the right. He'll try to do it himself. Hits the slide, got the first down with his feet. And the Spartans getting set on 1st and 10.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll send the back in motion. Grabbed behind the line. It's Bates. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play. The Spartans go back to work after moving the chains through the air.
Nice complementary football we're seeing from this team here early. Defense did their job in the opening drive, and now your offense is doing their job too. Really nice throw that time by the quarterback. You've got to love what you're seeing on both sides of the ball if you're this team's head coach.
Long way to go on 2nd down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Looking to the big tight end. Soft spot in the middle. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. And the Spartans come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game.
It must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position that can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. Just a little too eager there, and they'll back up 5, and it's 1st and 15. Keeps it moving. It's Bates. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. The Spartans want to move quickly. Just feeds the running back. Got the first down. Got it into the red zone. Dragged down at the 18-yard line. Down to the 18-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Tells the run. Wants to pass. Moves to his right. Lets it fly. Out wide right, it's McClure. Last couple of plays, the offense seems to be just one step ahead, David.
Yeah, and I'm going to have to do something to disrupt the timing, the rhythm. I got to do something that they're not expecting, because right now they got the run and they got the pass working. So this defense, they're going to have to find something new to kind of confuse this offense.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Wide receiver comes in motion. Hits inside. It's Bates. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. And the Spartans will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Looking to throw, it's Weaver. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. Let's see if this offense can get out of a hole as they start this drive at their own 8. The give to the lone running back. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Sends it back in motion. The give to the back. Drives into the pile just to pick up a 1. They'll spot it at the 10.
And, Man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. Rush right in his face. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
He gets a block, and he is knocked down immediately after the catch. That punt coverage team had its hair on fire. First play of the drive comes from the 41. Back to pass, it's Weaver. They'll run the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Hey, just a great job by the defense. First down, the whole menu's open to the offense. They try to slip in the screen pass. They see it right away. Get him on the ground for no gain.
2nd down, gonna throw it. He uncorks one deep. He's got it way down the field. And he's brought down after making the big catch, but not before he picks up more than 40. From the red zone, looking for a man. Escapes the pressure to his right. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this 1st down.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Bates. Tough, determined run gets it down to the 12. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. It's been a defensive battle through the 1st period, and the stats tell that tale. Scoreless as we head into the 2nd quarter. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. Powers inside. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, San Jose State. Getting ready for the extra point after the 1st score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the scoring play came on the 12-yard run. Deep in the end zone, it's Lane. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Owls offense comes out ready to go to work. They're looking for something, looking for anything to try to put some kind of score on the board, down 7-0. Turns up, it's Falk. He's down right there, short gain on the grab. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Brown will throw it. Looking to the big tight end. Got a man in the middle.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. This Rice offense has a nice-looking drive going. Fresh set of downs going up top. Escapes the pressure going right. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 for the first down.
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
You'll be thinking about that one, almost an interception.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. The give on the counter. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play.
They have just not been able to get this guy into a rhythm so far in this game. I know it's still the first half, but there's been nothing going for him like you just saw in that last run. He's an outstanding talent. You may have to start thinking about throwing him the football, getting him out in the perimeter in space to let him go to work. He's got to touch the ball for you to come back in this game. Right now, running it, though, very difficult.
They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this third and long. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Brown wants to pass. Unleashes one deep. It's broken up and almost intercepted in the end zone. It'll be fourth down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. He'll try to put up the 3 ball from 43 yards away. Good right down the boulevard. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
On the return, it's Anderson. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The San Jose State offense is back on the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. In the backfield, it's Riley. Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming. The Spartans racing to the line in the hurry-up. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Bates. Into the pile. Maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. Now the defense will try to rise up on 3rd and short from the 21. And he won't make it to the marker. Stonewalled for the 2nd straight play.
That back had nowhere to go. Defensive line ate up the blocks. But how about the linebackers swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
And the Spartans will bring the punt team onto the field. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Not a lot of room to field this one. Gets away from one, finds room. He's got great speed. A huge return there. Steps out of bounds, but man, did he put his team in great position. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Looking for space. It's Jackson. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Down to signal for the 2-minute timeout. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Brown. Turning it on. Can't get him to the ground. They finally make the stop, and the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. Snap to the back. Fires into the end zone. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming.
And that is a big-time play. We might go back and circle that one, man. Like, this game is so close. It gets back and forth, right? Like, it could go any direction. Those are the type plays, man. The catches there to be made. The offense could make it, but the physicality of the defense in the end zone to prevent that big touchdown.
Takes the easy throw in the flat. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
I like the play call on offense. I like you trying to get the running back involved in the pass game, too. Defense was ready for that one. Let's see what you've got dialed up on third.
And that last completion left a mark. Third and even longer coming up. Wide receiver going in motion. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're at fourth and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. That brings him to within one.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Running inside, it's Bates. Breaks into the open. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going. He's got 69 yards rushing already here in the first half. It's a season opener, but he's in midseason form. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to him again. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one. The Spartans will hustle to the line.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the side.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Brown will throw it. Fires to the wideout. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
And not surprised at all, man. You force the turnover, great field position, and you get aggressive. You try to throw the football on the first play. This is that little fringe area, man. That 30 to 50-yard line, you got a lot of space to still throw. You get your receivers open to try to make plays in the passing game.
He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Timeout taken by the Spartans, their first of 3. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Second and long here. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Going for the big play. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Inside the 30, down to the 29. Time is running short here in the first half.
Man, that play takes some protection. If you're going to stick it in the belly.
A shot toward the end zone. Picked off, and he's got open room. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. These corners backing off a bit. Straight ahead, it's Bates. He'll push his way forward for a few, and the clock will continue to run. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Sets his feet, it's Weaver. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Thanks so much, fellas. Here inside our EA Sports studios, welcome into the Week 0 College Football Update Show. Let's start with TCU taking on the North Carolina Tar Heels. And it's the Horned Frogs who are rewarded for feeding their star. For some reason, he plays better at home, and this team plays better at home, as they did today, pushing them to 1-0 on the short season.
The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. They open this 3rd quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trench.
Makes a grab and room to run. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down. And the Spartans moving quickly to the line.
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing him the football, and he's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air.
Turns on the Jets. He's now up to 104 yards rushing, and with that run, he's now over 100 yards on this opening day. Drops back on first down. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Gets down, and like they say, touchdown, first down, or get down, and he got 2 of those on that one.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out, but when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Spartan. And they take it in for 6 more points. On to attempt to try. And the PAT makes it 14-6. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the capper, a 19-yard toss for the touchdown. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Rice makes his way onto the field to get things going on offense. On the run, it's Jackson. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Swings it out to his running back. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to the running back, closing space, and getting that fast dude on the ground.
Back's got it on the screen. Brought down just short of the sticks on the screen pass.
That's a great play call by the offensive coordinator because that play is essentially the extension of a sweep play. You're getting your running back an extra touch to the perimeter of the field, so now he can go to work in open space.
Trying to squeak through the pile. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big third down stop by this defense.
And I think one thing people don't take into account is not all fourth downs are created equal. Like, right, this is a shorter fourth down. You're on your side of the field. You're down. You're trailing in the football game. So I think this offense might have to take this opportunity to be aggressive, try to make this fourth down conversion, and try to go down the field and get some points on the board.
Here comes the Spartans offense ready to go to work. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Works his way ahead for 3 out to the 14. Offense gets set for second down. To throw, it's Weaver. Looking to the big tight end. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Turns it upfield. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make a miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Wants to keep it in the air. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Right side, it's McClure. Wide open spaces. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Well, the offense is finding success throwing this guy's way. He just had a massive play, his longest catch of the game. And I think if you're on offense, you got to keep looking this guy's way. He's now starting to prove that he's eating his guy alive in coverage, and he needs more touches.
They say it's still a game of field position, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. Run in the red zone. It's Bates. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. The Spartans headed quickly to the line. Might as well run him again. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
To the air, it's Weaver. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. Touchdown, Owls! The defense gets it done with that huge interception return.
And this defense comes up with another big play, man. They get the pick six. They get the mistake. They've been flying all over the field, playing well with their hair on fire, Palmer, forcing some turnovers, really doing a good job of confusing this QB.
Yeah, and on offense for the quarterback, you've got to stop with the turnovers. Now, obviously, turnovers lose you games. When you allow defensive touchdowns, the analytics show you your losing probability goes way.
Looking for the end zone, and he won't find it. The sack, and the lead remains at 2. Coming out with it, it's Anderson. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Quick give. It's Bates. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24.
Well, we're not quite in the fourth quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
Right back to it. Stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy. That's the end of the quarter. San Jose State is on top. And we've reached the end of the third, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Looking to throw, it's Weaver. Out wide left, it's Ivy. He was fighting and struggling his way, trying to get that first down. Instead, they'll be faced with 4.
Man, and that's just making it way too easy on the defense. They're laughing at that short. They're like, really? Okay, we'll just make an easy tackle and jog our punt return team out on the field. We're going to make it that easy for us.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. Needs it. There he goes. Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that fourth down. First down here, what has been a highly entertaining Week 0 game. What a welcome to college football for this season. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go real.
And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. And they'll get him down after a solid return. Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. What a costly mistake, and what a big play by the defense to get the football back on the interception. And now this offense can drive down and take the lead.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Motion from the wide receiver. Back to pass on 2nd down. Makes the grab. At the 40, there he goes. He's loose. Touchdown Owls. They move on top here in the 4th.
Yeah, and a nice job in the 4th quarter making plays, and a nice job being on the same page. QB, receiver. You could tell he broke with the football. He caught it in stride, gets into the end zone. Nice pitch and catch right there. Nice chemistry by the QB and wide receiver.
Lining up for the PAT. Brown wants, it's a fake. The kicker wants to throw it. Taken down. He'll bring it out. It's Anderson. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Guys, this San Jose State offense trying to get this ball moving. So they just gave up the lead on that last touchdown drive. Now to put something together to go back on top late. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Going over the top. Makes a deep grab. He's running free down the middle. Touchdown, Sparty. And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
Man, how about this quarterback right away seeing, I got to get rid of the football. There's a lot of guys near the line of scrimmage. He spits it out, and I let my receiver do the rest. Let my playmaker make me look really good. Really nice pitch and catch. And guess what? You got the lead now in the 4th quarter.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner will be dragged down.
All right, not ideal, right? Not ideal. You're an offense. You want to get a good kickoff return, but you're starting inside your own 10. Now come out, set the tone, get some high percentage completion. You might not go with that script you had because you thought you might have a little better field position, but you just get some few first downs, get that first down right now.
Snap on first down, wants to throw. Going for it all. Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that. Looking for more room.
That's a bad decision by the quarterback. In that area of the field, you have got to be careful. If the guy's not wide open, you've got to throw that football away because not only are you getting it picked off, but he's returning it now down close to your goal line and setting his offense up in great field position.
Sets his feet. It's Weaver. Still looking to his right. Looking to the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
A lot of times when you go back and you revisit these games, who takes advantage of these opportunities in the red zone, in these goal-to-go situations? Bad job on first down by this offense.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? The snap sets up to throw. Stepping to the right. Fires to the end zone. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
Well, the defense is making some big plays here right up against their own goal line. They forced 2 straight incompletions. Now setting up 3rd down. You're expecting pass again. Is this a situation where they're going to want to blitz, or do they stay back, play zone, and try to break on the ball?
On 3rd and goal, they'll throw it. Here comes the heat. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. What a costly mistake, and what a big play by the defense to get the football back on the interception, and now this offense can drive down and take the lead. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Keeps it himself. Doing it himself again. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that rep.
Brown will throw it. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Hunt is on its way. Secures it at the 30. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. San Jose State has the ball and ready to go on the attack. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a card.
It's a running room. Touchdown, Spartans. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the 4th quarter, everything going in their direction.
And he'll return it and try to get behind his blocker. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Owl offense is out there to get this drive underway. Time is running short. They let this game get away from them a little bit. They must get something done here to have a chance to pull it out late. Complete on the comeback. Good start to this drive, and they'll need much, much more if they're going to give them a finish.
They need a ton more of this, but you got to start the drives great. The first play needs to be really good. That was a good start. Now we got to keep building on it, and we got to do it in a hurry.
And wings it incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Long way to go on 2nd down. Brown wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. He's got it.
Yeah, it was a nice comeback route. Most important part of a comeback route, dude, I got to sell you vertical like I'm running a go, and then I sit down and I come back to the football, catch it. Nice route by the wide receiver.
Quarterback changing the play. He wants to throw it again. He rifles one deep to the left. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. This time he's got it. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you could see the quarterback there in the...
And he's got room. He gets right to the edge of the red zone. He's out of bounds at the 20.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw, because he put it out in front of his big man. he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Throws toward the end zone. Almost had that one picked off in the end zone.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit because even down to the last seconds of this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game long, and that's why they're winning this game.
Wants to throw on third down. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Takes it the other way. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. San Jose State's offense takes over and heads onto the field. And now when you have a solid lead like this, Jesse, you find out, can you deliver the knockout punch?
And we're expecting them to come out here and just run the football, bleed the clock, let the big uglies up front get some push and ball security, David. That's a premium.
Yes, take care of the football. Don't make any dumb mistakes. Be physical. And listen, if they want to load the box, don't be afraid to take a shot.
And the Spartans with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The run inside. It's Bates. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders. Trying to save time on defense, they use their second timeout. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this third down play. From the 36, a third down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. Looking for a man. It's Weaver. And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28.
Well, there's no quitting this defense, I'll give them that. Obviously, they're trailing here late in the game. It seems like the opponent's going to win, but still, they've got guys out there playing the way they're coached to play. They're playing with outstanding effort, trying to make plays to claw their team back.
Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. Taking it the other way. He goes out of bounds at the 7-yard line, but what an opportunity after that pick.
And how about the defense coming up with a big play late in this football game? Offense trying to put something together. But, man, they anticipated pass. They played with great vision in the back end, broke on the football, Palmer, and they called game.
Yeah, they had the lead. They knew the offense was probably going to have to be throwing the football to try to get back in this thing, and everybody's eyes on the QB. What a great job jumping in front of the pass. Forget knocking it down. Catch the ball, pick it off, end the game.
And a lapse in concentration will back them up 5, but still a first and goal. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. He'll set up to throw. Looking for the score. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Spartan.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
My philosophy on going for 2 is only when you have to. He's looking to throw. Extending the play. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. After scoring that touchdown, they'll try to get it right back with an onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. The Owls offense comes out ready to go to work. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he has had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
Oh, he's got some space. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening.
And that's exactly how you draw it up. And that's why the option's so hard to stop. QB, man, draw the defense in. Look at me. I'm the first option. Bam. Next thing you know, he pitches it, gets a positive gain down the field.
A shot toward the end zone. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down.
Yeah, and I think you know the situation as a defender, and you know you're up by a score, and you know exactly what's going on with the offense. They got to make some big plays here in the fourth quarter. Nice job playing the deep ball, staying deep, and not giving up the big play.
Brown will throw it. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Into the end zone for a touchdown, and here in the final minute, they still have a chance.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense. Continue to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
And it looks as if they'll have all the subtlety of a sledgehammer as they bring in the jumbo dudes for the two-point try. He's into the end zone, and we've got a one-possession game in the fourth quarter. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they covered the final 29 yards with that touchdown pass. The hands team doing its job, and that's going to do it for this one. These onside kicks are nearly impossible anyway, but you have to at least give them a chance by getting the ball 10 yards. They'll take the penalty and take over with the lead. This offense has it with really good field position. Hits inside, it's Bates. And he got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming. Wanting to stop the clock on defense, they used their 3rd and final timeout. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Give to the running back. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far. And they don't want to waste this great field position here on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Weaver. He tries to take the top off. Caught! And he crosses the goal line for the late touchdown, and that one just might finish this baby off.
Some would say run out the clock. Some would say I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now, listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game, but the offense did their job.
Getting aggressive here and going for 2. Looking to throw. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. And it's picked off at the goal line. They'll try to follow that last touchdown with an onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. The old coaching cliche, go 1-0 every week. And for the first week, they get it done.
Yeah, great start to the season. That's what you want. You want to come out, find a way to win. Was it perfect? Absolutely not. You're going to find things to work on throughout the season. But 1-0, that's where you want it to be.
And I think if you're the coaching staff of this winning team, you've got to like what you've just seen. First game of the year, there was tremendous effort on the field. Guys flying around, flying to the football, trying to make the plays necessary to win this game. They definitely made a few mistakes, but that's what practice is for. But if you're the coaching staff, I think you're very, very positive right now moving forward.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.